Hey everyone, we're on to example 2 for perpendicular bisectors in triangles, which is pretty amazing if you'd ask me. But anyway, so don't forget this same sentence is going to apply down here. So segment GE, segment GF, and segment GD are perpendicular bisectors. And these two are the same pictures. So same picture, same labeling. I know they look a little different, but remember it's okay because I did not say draw on a scale. So I'm good to go. But anyway, so looking here. Alright, so before we label anything in my picture, I'm going to label the fact that my three little green segments in this triangle are the perpendicular bisectors. So GE and GF, GE, GF, and GD. Which, what does it mean to be perpendicular? You guys remembered, it does mean to hit the side of the triangle at a 90-degree angle, and also it's a bisector, which means it's going to slice each side in half because it's at the midpoint. So it's going to make these two segments congruent, these two segments congruent, and these two segments congruent. Oh man, this already looks so exciting, so let's get started. Alright, I'm going to label my picture because remember, it's really helpful to label our picture so we know what we're given, and that will help us figure out how we're going to solve for a final answer. So 8 to the C is 48 units. Alright, and we also know that GF is 7, so this little guy is 7. Alright, so currently and ultimately I want to find CG. So I want to find this bad boy right here. So this is the one I don't know. Let me put a question mark on it. Alright, so first of all, since we know that this is a perpendicular bisector, it slices this side in half, which means that these two pieces are congruent. So if the whole thing is 48, what would each of these have to be? They would each be 24. You guys just know everything apparently. You guys are brilliant. So I have 24, this is 24, and this is 24. Alright, so do you guys see anything in this picture, running it up close and personal, okay? Do you guys see anything in this picture that would help me to eventually solve for CG? Do you guys see any shapes within the shape that might help me to solve? Anything? Oh man, do you guys see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? There is a right triangle inside of my triangle right here. Do you guys see that right triangle? Okay, which I know two sides of the right triangle, and I'm looking for the third side. What nifty formula do we use to solve for the sides of a right triangle? We do use the Pythagorean theorem, so guess what, you guys? We're going to be using the Pythagorean theorem again to solve this problem. That Pythagorean theorem just keeps popping up everywhere, doesn't it? It's wonderful. The Pythagorean theorem is an amazing formula. Alright, so I'm going to bring this little triangle over here, and I'm going to draw it, and I guess I'll kind of try to draw it like that so you guys can envision it better. Okay, so we have, it's kind of like this, which is not going to be great. I'm not the best at drawing, if you guys cannot tell already. Alright, so here's my right triangle, here's my right angle. Okay, and we have C, G, and F. So we have C, we have G is right here, and we have F, which is right here. Okay, so I know that this side is 7, G to the F, and I know that C to the F is 24. And I'm trying to find this side. This is the side I don't know. So before we can do this, what is the Pythagorean theorem? It is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Holy hot dog, let's get started. Okay, so before I can fill this in, I need to know which side is the A, which side is the B, and which side is the C. Which, don't forget you guys, the A and the C form the sides of the triangle that make the 90-degree angle. Do you guys spot the 90-degree angle anywhere? Well, it's right here if you don't see it. Okay, so these two sides are my 90-degree angles. So these two sides are the A and the B in the formula, which I'm going to label that right now. So this will be the A, the B, and again, it doesn't matter if you label that one A or that one A or that one B, or that one B. Does not matter. Okay, and then the side across from the 90-degree angle is our nifty hypotenuse, and that will be our C. All right, guys, let's set this bad boy up. Sorry, cannot talk today. All right, so let's fill in our A squared. So our A is 7. So we have 7 squared. That's our A. Plus our B is 24. So 24 squared equals C squared, which is what I'm solving. I don't know that one yet, so I'm just going to bring it down. All right, let's start filling in our values. So 7 squared is 49. 7 times 7. Plus 24 squared. Now, I don't really know that off the top of my head, so I'm going to do some scratch work. I'm going to use my brain, because your brain is the best calculator you have. Calculators, when you rely on them to do like arithmetic like this, it just doesn't help your brain. So you guys need to do this by hand. So 24 squared is 24 times 24. So let's solve this real quickly. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. Drop the 0. 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times 2 is 4. Alright, and this will be 576. So 24 times 24 is 576. Nice. Alright, and that's going to equal C squared, which we're solving for. Okay, so I need to combine my 49 plus 576, okay, which I'm going to teach you a mental math trick. I'm going to add 50 to this and then subtract 1, because it's a lot easier to add 50 to this than 49. So 576 plus 50 will give me 86, 96, 06, 16, 26. So that's going to give me 526. And then 526 minus 1 is 525. So this is 525. Nice. Let me just double check, so I like to just check just in case. So that will be 76. Yes. Okay, 525 equals C squared. All right, you guys, and how do we undo A squared? We do, in fact, square root that thing, and I'm going to square root it on both sides. I'm going to square root that thing. Bam! And bam. Okay, which the square root will cancel out the squared, so I'm left with C equals, now, off the top of my head, I do not know, oh, and hold on, the demon cat's got me. Oh, man, I bet you guys already saw it. 576 plus 49 can't be 525. Jeez, Miss Long. It's 625. See, the demon cat's got me, but you guys already knew, and you're like, Miss Long, what are you doing? You don't have no idea how to add, apparently. Apparently, I don't know how to add, but I caught myself, so that's good. Okay, so I have 625 equals C squared. Sorry, guys. Good golly. Apparently, I need to get some more sleep because I'm making silly errors. But anyways, as long as you catch your mistake, it really doesn't matter if you make an error. But anyways, so the square root of 625. Do you guys know what the square root of 625 is? Well, if you didn't know, what you could do is like a little factor tree over here. You could break it on down, which might help you to figure it out. Okay, so the square root of 65 is 25, but I'll show you what to do in case you didn't know that off the top of your head. Okay, so if you're like, Miss Long, 625 off the top of my head, are you kidding me? Okay, well, what you can do, you can break down the 625. Can't even write 625 tonight. Man, get it together, Miss Long. Come on. Okay. So you can write things that multiply to equal 625, which since it definitely ends in a 5, means 5 will multiply to equal it. So this will be 5, and then 5 goes into 625. Let's see here, 1. Let's see here. Goes into that 1, remainder 1. This will be 2, remainder 2, 125. 5 and 125. And then let's break this down. So 5 will also go into 125. And 5 times 25 gives me 125. And then I can break down 25 into 5 and 5. Man, these demon cats are out to get me tonight. I said 5 and was trying to write a 2. What's wrong with me? Okay, so now I can circle my pairs. So here's a lovely pair at the end of my branch. Remember, we don't care about the numbers that break down. So 625 I don't care about. 25 I don't care. 125 I don't care about. And 25 I don't care about. So the numbers at the ends of my branches are the ones that matter. So I have one pair of fives and another pair of fives. Which, remember you guys, the cute little couples get to leave the house to go on their hot math date. So my 5 and my 5 leave the square root. And since I don't have anything left over at the end of my branches, that means that nothing's going to stay inside of the square root. No lonely single numbers that have to stay in. So really, I don't even need my square root because I have nothing staying inside the square root. So my 5 and my 5 will come outside of the square root, which 5 times 5 is 25. So C will equal 25. Nice. Okay, so C equals 25, which C is secretly CG. So guess what, you guys? C to the G is also 25. Or GC, however you want to write it. GC or CG is 25 units. Yay! Wasn't that wonderful? It was so wonderful that I'm going to bless you all with a lovely cat drawing. Look at that wonderful cat. It's awesome. Alright, thanks for solving this with me. I had a blast.